Alright, so Für Alina is a piano piece by Estonian composer Arvo Pärt, written in 1977, I think. And this is it. It's very simple. It's actually the first piece in his Tintinnabuli style. So this is the beginning of his sacred minimalism. And it's a very clear example of Tintinnabuli. So if you look at the top line, first of all, you have this bee drone at the beginning. But then if you look at the top line, it's all moving by step for the most part, right? It looks like a cantus firmus of some kind. The bottom line is just playing notes of a B minor chord to harmonize it, right? B D D B F sharp, D B D, B D F sharp B, F sharp B, D B F sharp B, D, right? So also interestingly, the contours of both lines matches, so you get all these parallel um, sonorities. Yeah, it's very interesting in that regard. If you look at the intervals, I think we have, a second opening up to a third, then 4 5, or then 2 3 3 again, 2 3 2 4, right? And then this measure would be 3 2 3 3 2. So it ends on a dissonance. Then we got something ending on a consonance. 3 3 4 2 4 3. Right, and then this one ends on the major second again. This one ends on a third, but it's between F sharp and A. And this one ends on the lower kind of B F sharp. So in that way, the phrases sort of have something analogous to tension and release, like dominant, tonic kind of directions. Another pattern you might notice just looking at the score is the number of notes in each measure increases and then decreases. So 2 notes, 3 notes, 4 notes, 5, 6 notes, 7 notes, 8 notes, 7 notes, 6 notes, 5 notes, 4, 3, 2, and then 3. Um, yeah, let's see if there's any other background on this piece that I'm missing. Obviously, it echoes the Beethoven piece Für Elise with its title. Dedicated to one of Pärt's family friends' 18-year-old daughter. Okay. Actually meant as a work of consolation for the girl's mother missing her child. The marking at the beginning roughly translates to peacefully in an elevated and introspective manner. Okay, I missed this, but there's a big pedal release here and a breath mark. So that's sort of a big juncture in the form of the piece, right? Ending on a F sharp, C sharp. And uh, so it was first recorded in 1995 by Alexander Malter. Apparently, they spent hours and hours playing the piece over and over again, and then Pärt himself selected two performances that he liked the most. Sounds like an awful experience for the performer. Piece was used in Foxcatcher, a 2014 bio thriller sports film in Abandon in 2002, which is an American psychological drama film filmed in Montreal. And then it was also featured in Mostly Martha, a 2001 German romantic comedy by Sandra Nettelbeck. And I think in all three cases it was the Alexander Maltzer recording that was uh, featured. Yeah, let's have a listen to this. I'll see you in a couple minutes and I'll let you know what I think on this listen. Okay, so yeah, this was very calming. Um, I almost didn't have to listen to it because I kind of just have it in my head. Like I've heard this enough times that I can kind of recall it. Um, I think that's what makes it so successful, is it is like something that you can really wrap your head around. It's almost like a little counterpoint exercise. It's an interesting texture having these wide intervals, but in like the extreme upper register of the piano. And then the two lines themselves don't really span that much. And yeah, it's definitely inspired by like, antiquity and the origins of polyphony and stuff. But I do think it has sort of a modern sound to it, especially the way that he deals with fourths and seconds constantly as if, they're just something that happens in passing. Um, and it's very strict, like this sort of adherence to parallel motion and trying to keep the number of notes changing in a specific way. Each measure is very like it's a real challenge he set up for himself, and I'm curious how he actually came up with this, but like if it happened organically or if he actually planned to do it this way. Um, yeah, I mean, I'm not a huge fan of this type of stuff, but I think if you like Arvo Pärt, this is kind of a must hear. The score tomorrow is going to be something completely different, I'm assuming. Not a lot of minimalist pieces in the piano series. Yeah, it's going to be a Carlos Chavez piece.